Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hi, and welcome to Through Kaleidoscope Eyes, a weekly show where we tell stories of unsung heroes one at a time within the LGBTQIA plus community and allies. We will also be discussing various topics with each special guest. I'm your host, LaCrosse Ortiz. Everybody, and welcome to Through Kaleidoscope Eyes. This is a special edition, so in case you guys didn't pay attention, it's a special edition. I'm not even gonna waste my time talking here because there is a lot to cover, and I want to bring my guests on really quick. So first, let's bring on Whitley, Nycole, DeAire. Hey, and now let's bring on ScottChurch. How are you doing?
Wide awake in America. What more can anyone ask for?
Exactly. So people now tuning in, this special episode is basically about a Lebanon Pride that is being put. And this is technically the first actual form of pride that's being put. So what we want to do is get all the ins and outs, what's going to be happening, what's the date, how it started. So if you guys want to start humoring me, somebody jump in and let me know, where did the idea come from?
This is all Richard's fault. All Richard's fault.
It's all my fault. Yay! So, All right. If you remember LaCrosse, about 3 years ago, we did a Let's Celebrate Pride in Lebanon for one of the shows. Mm-hmm. And that's basically where it all started, because every year after that, we've done at least one show in June, and we dedicated it to Pride.
Right.
So this year, I looked at Scott a couple months ago, and I said to him, I was like, why don't we do something for Gay Pride in June? And before I could get everything out of my mouth, he said, let's do it.
I don't know exactly what was in your mouth at this point. But yes, I agree, dear.
That's questionable. That is questionable.
Always questionable.
Right? It's always questionable with me.
I don't even know how many dads I have, okay? It's all her fault. I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, we have the paperwork right here. We can.
Got a point.
Yeah.
No, but I was standing there with Scott and Reese, and I said to him, I said, can we do something for, let's do Lebanon's Got Pride. And he basically said yes, and we kind of brainstormed of what we wanted to do and stuff like that. And there's other things in the works, but more stuff will come next year whenever it's a full festival.
The most important thing with all of this is just to make it happen, especially the first time. It was so important to me to not have any more excuses.
Right.
To not think about, well, if we put it off for a year, we can do it so much better. We can do this, we can do that. No, the trick is to just say yes and just get it done, and just whatever it becomes from here. We still did the first one. We still did the thing that we still did everything to start it off.
Right.
People have already said that it's never going to happen.
Right.
Well,
right.
It's going to happen.
So it's going to happen.
We're doing it.
I'm still,
right.
And no matter what, I'm still walking down that street.
Well, there you go.
Goddamn right.
There you go. There you go. I mean, it's fascinating because it's like, it's so you should just basically jump it in. It's just,
yeah. There was no hesitation. The minute Richard brought it up, it was the minute Whitley brought it up. We're gonna go back and forth. The minute Whitley brought it up, I couldn't think of any reason not to say yes, which is the first time it's ever happened in Whitley's life when it comes to me. But the point is, it's something that I really wanted to happen, and it's something that should have happened in Lebanon 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it's about freaking time. It's about time that this happens, and it needed to happen now.
Right. So you would say, so this is basically making it more progressive, because I know they're a little, it's very controversial there in Lebanon.
Well, we're finally bringing the city into the beginning of the 21st century.
Right.
Let's be honest. Behind the Times should be on all of the Welcome to Lebanon signs.
Right.
This is too important to put off for another year.
Yeah. Definitely. I agree 100%. I mean, and it's funny because we've been doing shows, like I know I've been performing there for Whitley for about 7 years now. Yeah, it's been about 7 years.
Something like that. I
think 2014 was the first time.
The first time I did a show in Lebanon was like maybe 2008 or 9.
Right. Now think about that.
Yeah.
2008, and we're in 2021, and now finally, it's like, okay, we'll tolerate the drag shows for a little bit, but at some point,
I just remember the very first drag show that I did there. Well, not the very first one, the one that Nycole did for ScottChurch's Drag for the documentary. Mm-hmm. And he's videotaping and everything else. And we're there performing, and the place was packed.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course. It's not like this is it's not like it's a new concept. We're not reinventing the wheel here. This is something that
I just remember saying, though, if you're out in Lebanon after dark, you ain't got no business being out after dark in Lebanon, unless you're coming to a drag show itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was crazy back then. People would show up to the drag show and they'd go, "Where's the hot cars at?" Fucking cars. I'm not driving the car. I'm wearing a dress.
That's hilarious. But I think the best thing is that this is going to be a really good thing for like the youth. These kids will have somewhere to go, even if it's just for a day to be themselves. I mean, just anybody who's within that umbrella and an ally to just be free and not worry about anything. Are you concerned that maybe some people might give a little trouble?
No.
Okay.
No. I think that the general public is a hell of a lot more progressive than the city government.
Okay.
I think that the general public has already accepted this. I think that especially the youth of this city is standing around going, why the hell don't we do this?
Right.
I truly believe that we're not going to have any sort of issues at all. I think it's going to be an amazing day.
Awesome. Awesome.
You know that I've been involved in a lot of Pride events across.
Yeah.
And I've never done this for myself. I've always done it for the community. This is about the community, and it's about the kids.
Right.
It's always for the children.
It's not about
for the children.
Yeah. It's not about any of the three of us. It's about them and the community.
Right.
And that's why I strive to do what I do.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely.
need a pat on the back. I don't need any of that shit. I just want something out there for the kids.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
I mean,
Whitley just wants an opportunity to meet more kids.
If you're not over 21, I'm not doing it. All right.
No.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
I know you are.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So okay. So tell me what does it entail at this point? Like, what are we looking at for this first one?
Honestly, straightforward. It's going to be incredibly simple.
Okay.
If we get our permit approved and we can close the street, it's going to be just a bigger place for everybody to dance and be a community and have fun. All that we're trying to do, even if we have to limit it to just my building, is create a safe space where people feel welcome. That's really the whole point of all of this. We are just making a place for the community to shine.
Yeah. Excellent.
Some of us are more shiny than others, Whitley.
Yeah.
But the point of it all is it's a unity thing. It's just showing, hey, this is a strong and vibrant community, and all that I'm trying to do is just give them all a place to go.
Right.
They're
And
already
thank you.
here. They just need a place to feel welcome.
I agree.
And honestly, I can say on behalf of myself, thank you for doing that, because it's hard to find spaces where you can feel safe, where you can, just be yourself and not worry about being judged or discriminated against, or, or something simple as just using the damn bathroom. I mean, it's hard to find a safe space. And I can only speak for myself. But
we're not letting anyone use the bathroom, right?
Why?
They could go pee outside by the dumpster.
No. I gotta go clean the bathrooms. All right.
You better wear your Depends.
Yeah, there you go. At my age, I already wear them anyway, so it doesn't matter. I got my pull-up. I got my big boy pull-ups.
Oh, yeah.
I got my big boy pull-ups. So, okay, let's talk about entertainers. Well, I mean, I know I'm performing.
So, do you want me to name the people?
Well, no. First of all, let's talk about DJ Derek, who's going to literally be there for all freaking day. I mean, he's going to start at 1:00, and we're just going to have him go until the show starts. So he's got a 7-hour shift where he'll be pumping tunes out into the street, all afternoon. So DJ Derek, absolute rock star in my opinion. I hope he brings.
I love
a whole lot of music.
Oh yeah, well, 7 hours, boy. That's gonna be
a long
rough.
gig, and he's gonna love every minute of it.
We can stop at 6:30, okay?
Yeah, give him a half an hour break.
So 5.5 hours.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna put the poster right on up. It's gonna cover our faces, so then you can just kind of wait. Oh, wrong one. Well, yeah, that too, but the other one. Where did I put it? Damn it! Here we go. All right, so you could read there. You could, maybe.
So it's Kendra May Way, Mishka Denial, Michelle Lee Sterling. Michelle Lee Sterling, Oren. I think his name is Oren.
Orion. I thought it was Orion.
That's it. Orion. Look, I'm saying shit wrong. Camden, Aurora F. Sterling, Zaris, and Lacrosse. And let's see, Ashley Lynn, and Raquel Summers, and I forgot the girl's name behind Zaddy's.
Ooh.
I don't remember her name. I don't think she told me her name.
Ooh.
It's her fault.
Yeah, Look, I was doing good to read all that without having it sitting right in front of me.
Yeah. No, I give you mad props for that. Me, I'm over here like this with the bifocals. I'm like, what the hell? Who the hell's in there? Who is that? Oh, that's me. That's me. All right, so we have a pretty decent lineup for that day. I mean, I know I'm super fucking excited. Oh, there I go. I'm super excited.
At least you said it first, and it was. I totally thought it was going to be me.
We're going to see drag.
Uh-oh.
No. I meant the F-bomb.
Oh. Fuck it. So there's other people that are performing that day too that I didn't put on the flyer because I wanted to get the flyer out there as soon as possible.
Right.
So I told them, if you want to perform, you're just not going to go on the flyer. I'm not going to keep remaking it like over and over and over again.
Right,
So,
right.
So, but they're still allowed to perform. You know what I mean? And
Now,
if we go past 11 o'clock, we go past 11 o'clock.
I won't complain. I ain't kicking anybody out.
Yeah.
Scott won't care.
So what time are we expecting? Now, I know the show is going to be separate. Well, not separate, but it's going to be later on. And that's going to be a different understanding than the actual other event. So it's starting about what time?
The show?
No, the whole thing.
The whole thing kicks off around 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And from
all
1
right.
o'clock, basically all afternoon until the show starts, the place is just open. It's social. We're going to have a potluck, meal. We're going to have, obviously, we're going to have music playing. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different events, a lot of people, just enjoying the whole day leading up to the show, which then begins at 7.
Okay. And then at 7 o'clock, the show will begin. And that will be having a cover charge for the show.
Yes.
That's going to be a whole different, that's what I'm saying. It'll be free up until 7 o'clock.
Right.
And then at that point, there'll be
the show is the big thing for it. So
yeah.
you know how it is for Pride. Nobody comes to Pride until they see drag queens and kings and shit, So they think that. Don't get me wrong. They think that's what Pride is about, but it's really not. It's about visibility, and, but it's not necessarily about being a performer.
Right. Just the camaraderie and getting together and socializing and, meeting new people within the community. And I think that's going to be really important because, people are going to say, oh my God, here's this person. I didn't know they were in the rainbow community. There's that person. I didn't know there's that person. They're actually an ally. I didn't know this. And it actually brings the whole community together and people could start seeing new faces and growing, the sky's the limit of what could come out of this. And I think that's the most exciting thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, other than this interview that we're doing right now, I've been interviewed already like 4 times this week.
Wow.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Better you than me. Good.
Which is good. I mean, we need this,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Definitely need the exposure, because I think
exposure is number one.
I mean, I was looking at the numbers on the event. I think you're going to get a good lot of people coming.
It's going to be real full. There's absolutely no doubt. There's a lot of people that are already supporting, this happening. And like I said before, it's about time.
Yeah.
I saw no reason whatsoever to put it off any longer. We need to be doing this now.
Yeah,
and we should have been doing it a lot longer, a long time ago.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. This is exciting. This is just like super exciting. So, so the potluck, let's talk about potluck. So it's basically anybody's just going to bring just whatever, and we'll just have like a table set up or something.
Don't show up with 1 bag of chips. Okay.
What are you talking about? I was coming with 2.
We need some serious loaves and fishes for this one because honestly, we're gonna have a lot of people to feed. So bring them some food and whatever you like to eat, they'll like to eat. So bring it out and share with everybody.
Absolutely. I'll make my Spanish red rice, my famous red rice.
And no complaints from anybody about what somebody brings. You don't like it, just don't eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't say, hey, why didn't they have filet mignon or some stupid shit? Don't be saying that.
Well,
what you want to eat. If you don't want to eat that or what somebody else brought, then just don't eat it.
Exactly.
No,
100%. So moving forward, I guess we should talk about it's going to be a BYOB.
Right. The like most of our events, we don't serve alcohol, but we allow alcohol for grown-ups, but you have to be, responsible for it. There will be a lot of under 21 people there. Right. We are not looking to have a big, booze fest. We are looking to have a fun, inclusive event that's there for all ages.
It's not about drinking. I mean, I know myself personally, it's not about drinking.
Well, no, you'll show up drunk, but
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know how I'm gonna do that because I very seldom ever drink anymore. So.
I was kidding. Stop getting attention. We know you're exclusive to the heroin. It's good.
Right, exactly. Wait a minute. Ma told me she did crack.
No,
if I can keep the hair lit.
Not that kind of crack.
Oh, okay.
I said if I can keep the hair lit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so wrong on many levels. So, oh God, I just had another freaking. Okay, so all right. With that being said, I mean we're really talking about Pride, but let's talk about the venue, ScottChurch. ScottChurches. Talk about the venue.
We opened 3 years ago. We've been exclusively an art gallery. We had this high-minded idea that we could keep the doors open if we just sold a whole bunch of art, because sell a whole bunch of art, right? Well, it soon after that we started doing live music to go along with our shows to try to bring more people in the door, and then slowly but surely, and stop calling me Shirley. It's turned and transformed itself into more of a live music venue than even the purposes of the art gallery to begin with. Now we're having national touring acts come through our venue on a very regular basis. We're doing stuff almost every weekend. Wow. And a big chunk of our schedule is the monthly drag show that we've been doing since October.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really saying something, because almost all of this happened during COVID.
Yeah.
We were building up and getting stronger, even during the height of the pandemic, when we have everybody sitting around in the audience in masks, and all of the performers were still worried about, spreading the virus, and because there was nowhere else for anybody to go, and we didn't have any of the restrictions because, we don't serve food, we don't serve alcohol. So if we wanted to open up, we could just open up safely and run with it. And that's really what we did. And now that we're months into it, we've developed an incredible following. We've developed an incredible lineup, and it just keeps getting better. The place is really, really growing leaps and bounds, because it's a very welcoming, very comfortable place to go and see a show. Oh, and the people that come out for the drag show, and there are a lot of people that come out for the drag show every month. It's one of our biggest nights every month consistently. The people that come out for the drag show know that they're coming out to a place where they can really feel welcome and comfortable. Yeah. And this, honestly, the Pride Festival event, it's just an extension of that. It's just a larger size version of everything that we've been building up to so far.
Right. I remember I had told a friend of mine that I was going to go perform there. She almost had a meltdown, and I'm like, why? And she's like, I want to go so bad to ScottChurch. She was losing her mind. She's like, she loves the live music. Like, any chance she could get there, she's just like, I want to go, And
we have a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of great stuff coming up. That this summer is going to be huge, and we're just going to try our best to keep up with the steamroller as it's just running right down the street without us, because it's taken on its own life, and it just goes to show that it's what our community really needs right now. It's what the city of Lebanon really needs right now. And like I said, the Pride Festival it's just the cherry on the cake.
Right. And I can't say it enough. I'm super excited for this, because this is just going to be something epic. It's almost like, I always feel like it's almost something. Anytime you see something that is first, it's almost like a piece of history that you're creating. It's not just a Pride event.
Like the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like the name that I chose for it, because I wanted it to be Lebanon's Got Pride.
Right. Finally.
Going.
To let people know Lebanon does have pride. That's why it's Lebanon's Got Pride.
Right, exactly. And that's important, because a lot of these, and it's sad because, like, now I'm very fortunate. I live in Lancaster City, and it's very progressive here. It's very progressive.
Right.
And But we're lucky that we even have the government progressive, like somewhat here. They support anything that's LGBT. They're always behind it. But to see it happening somewhere that's so close, yet you wouldn't think it's as progressive. But like you were saying, the people are progressive. And I'm sure that it's not just me excited. I'm sure the whole town is looking forward to this, because it's just going to be something that they can sit there and say, look, here we have something. We are progressive. We're not behind the times. We can't speak for the government, but we can speak for ourselves, and I think that's huge. It's like I said, it's almost historical.
Well, look, if the government isn't catering to you, you have to find ways to work around the government.
Absolutely.
If the government isn't doing the things that are truly important for the people that they're supposed to be serving, well, then you have to show them where they're making the mistake, and you have to correct their mistakes for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Well, we got a couple of more minutes because we're going to go to commercial break. So matter of fact, let's get the commercial break so that way we can just start shooting the shit and just really dive a little bit more into this. All right. So we'll be back.
WLFE Digital Broadcast Network is on TV. You can watch all of our shows on WLFE-DB.com. Check out our channels: Paranormal View for all of your paranormal type shows, LGBTQ Friends for all of our LGBTQ shows, Variety Unlimited for all other shows. It runs 24/7 right on WLFE-DB.com. You'll even catch the lives, all in one place. Never miss an episode, past or future. WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE-DB radio shows. You can find our shows where you listen to your favorite podcasts, like Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and more. WLFE-DB Radio is looking for podcasts to join our family. You don't have to fit any strict genre. We're a plethora of shows. If you're looking to jump on a growing network, then contact us at WLFEDBradio@gmail.com.
Wow, Amazon Music just got a whole lot better. Your favorite shows from WLFE-DB Radio can now be found there. Yes, we are on Amazon Music, found under podcasts. Download the app, find podcasts, and search all of your favorite shows. Shows like Where's My Sage, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Skeptical Help Bar, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and much more. Now you don't have to miss an episode ever. Amazon Music is WLFE-DB Radiofied.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
All right, I'm back. Let me bring my guests back on. That was quick, somewhat quick, I think. So,
turn around, girl. Turn around. There you go. Hi.
yeah, we're on.
Welcome
we're
back.
On. So, and how did you guys meet?
Oh, we go way back.
Oh God.
My producer found Whitley when I was working on my documentary ScottChurch's Drag, and that was 2009, 2010.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
A long time ago, longer than I care to admit, which is amazing considering that we're both only 28.
Exactly.
Yeah, in dog years.
So you did this documentary, and then you met Ma. You're not one of my dads, are you?
Sorry, snapped into my own Maury Povich for a moment there.
Right, exactly. I'm not. I don't know. Yes, you can see the family resemblance. We both have glasses. Or all three of us have glasses.
Right.
WLF.
I don't know how that was my bad. I ended up
What
hitting
was
that thing.
that?
That was
You're gonna have to double charge them.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. So now let's get into some more talk about this Pride. What do you see in the future for this? Like, I know this is the first one, and yeah, that's maybe a little far-fetched to look into, but what are you hoping to accomplish?
I honestly, once you do something like this, people expect you to do it again next year, and we're going to want to do it again next year. I don't see anything going away with this. This is going to become a regular thing. This is going just like the drag shows that we've been doing monthly in the gallery to begin with. This will be an annual event, and it will only get bigger and bigger and bigger, like Whitley's ego. And we know that next year we're going to become even more inclusive. We're going to be throwing a lot more things into the pot and stirring things up. Just like we do with just about everything. We have to. It has to grow. It has to get bigger. And whatever fear people might have, about this event, whatever apprehension that they might have about this event, it's all going to go away after we do it this year. And then next year we'll be able to grow exponentially. A lot of people will be ready and want to be able to throw their name behind it because, it will be the thing to attach themselves to. The problem that we're dealing with the city and with the idea that there might be an issue, what we really have to do is just make the event happen and show them that it's not going to be anything that they could possibly be afraid of.
Right.
The city and any city should be celebrating an event like this, should be not only backing it, but supporting it and being very involved with it. This is good for politicians and city government to get behind something like this. It's good for the community itself, the local businesses, and to get behind this because this is your community.
Right.
Whether you're a part, whether you're under the umbrella or not, all of these people are still coming to your business, and all of these people are still voting for you or voting against you if you're not being supportive of what's going on.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
There was something I didn't say earlier that I wanted to say too. The only reason this hasn't happened 3 years ago is because I can never find anybody in Lebanon to back me. Because I live in Lancaster. So how was I going to get something started in Lebanon when nobody would back me? And whenever, wait a minute. And when Scott said he would back me, that touched my heart.
Right.
Because I knew I had somebody then. You know what I mean?
Right. So, absolutely.
Scott lives there, and what
better or worse, this is my home.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
When there's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it.
Right. And the church is my home. So right. I get it. So that's why I didn't start 3 years ago, is because I didn't have enough people backing me, because I can't do it all myself. I'm only one person.
Right. Right.
We need a team to do stuff.
Right. So. And the thing is, it's not just creating just one safe space. It's creating a whole environment within the city. It's not just limited, it's good for your business. Because people are going to think, look, he's an ally. He's opening the doors for us. He's allowing us to be ourselves. He's allowing us to come here, and we don't have to worry about a thing. We feel protected and safe here.
Right.
But maybe the goal is to move beyond that, not just there, but the entire you know.
At the end of the day, I want people to feel like the city of Lebanon is welcoming them. Not just me, not just my business, not just my gallery, not just the performers. I want people to feel like they're welcome to be here in my city.
Right.
Because they're already here. And all we're doing is saying, thank you.
Right. 100%. 100%. You know, I think a lot of people don't really look at it. I mean, no matter what city you're in, whether it's progressive or not, we're here. We're there. Yeah. We're in there, in the midst. Whether you know it or not, whether, you know, you may not even know your neighbor or, you know, a family member, whatever, somebody in there is within that umbrella. And you're absolutely right. It's time for change, and it's time for people to just start accepting and just moving forward. It's about moving forward and let people be themselves and creating that safe space for them. That's what it boils down to, you know, at least in my opinion.
That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
We're just trying to make it quite clear that I'm just trying to make it quite clear that I celebrate this community in my town.
Right.
I celebrate the fact that I live in an incredibly diverse town, and I want to be able to show that off.
Right.
It's not just for progressive democratic, you know, cities. Right. There's gay people in your family.
Yeah.
There's gay people on your block. There's gay people on your street. There's gay people in your town. We have to be more accepting.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What was that crack, Richard?
There's trans people too.
I can. The point is
I get it.
The variety the variety should be celebrated.
Yes.
Whether it's the color barriers that need to be broken, the gender barriers that need to be broken, it's something that is part of every city. And if you're not celebrating it, you're ignoring it. And if you're ignoring it, you're going to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because eventually it's not going to stop.
No,
it's only going to get stronger. It's going to gain momentum. The movement of whether it's race or, like you're saying, within the rainbow umbrella or races or whatever, it's just going to gain momentum.
Right.
So people have to decide what side of history are they going to be on.
Right.
You know, and that's what it boils down to. This has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with history.
Right.
You know? And if people were to sit there, because whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, or whatever, at the end of the day, this is still going to keep moving. It's going to keep gaining, and it's going to happen regardless. So
you don't want to be the governor standing at the door of the school, not allowing the little black girl in.
Right.
Great. You don't want to be the cops at Stonewall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's important to be on the right side of history, and the right side of history is inclusive.
Right. Right. And that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. I mean, I think, like I said, once again, can't say it enough. I'm super excited because this is such a big deal. And I don't think you or Whitley realize the not severity, the what can come of this. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping you do, because to me, it's just so huge. It's so huge what's being done here that's never been done.
I'll tell you what, it's a really good feeling when you're part of something like this.
Yeah.
Because I remember the very first Pride I ever did was back in 1990. And that was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And to see the love there, I can't even describe to you what it felt like.
Right, right.
And I wasn't even performing for that one, you know?
Right.
But to feel that, it's amazing. It really is.
And not just the love,
sorry
but the
for
safety.
getting emotional, but I can't help it. But whenever I think about it, like I said, it's not about me. It's about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Because you don't know who out there you're making a safe space for. Somebody, you could be saving somebody's life.
Yep.
You know, that's why I'm saying the level of big this is, you know, you don't know if this pride could be that one kid was about to just say, you know what, I'm never going to be accepted. I'm never going to be seen. I'm never going to be noticed. And then they come to this and they're seen and they're accepted and they're like, oh my God, I found my community. And I always go back, like, I'm a big like alternative music person, and my favorite song that with this is like Blind Melon's No Rain. When the little girl goes looking for the bumblebee people, you know, and when I think about that, like even in my own journey, I just spent my whole life looking for the bumblebee people. And then to finally within the drag community and within the rainbow community, I find it when I was finally almost about to give up. That's what I always think of. Like even with the drag, those are 3 to 5 minutes that I get for people to forget their shit, to forget their lives.
I agree.
Every month we get to do that, and we get to take these people out of that everyday just bullshit and monotony, and they're just having a good time and drinking and tipping and, you know, just having the best time of their life. That's medicine.
I'm sure Brian has forgotten his problems a couple times whenever he's taking pictures of me.
You know, and that's medicine. So you're not just bringing that community, you're bringing medicine to the community. Yeah. You're bringing them that safe space where they can sit there and say, okay, I can finally be me and not have to worry about it. That's huge.
Right.
So like I said, I can't thank you enough for doing this for the people over there, because I know what it's like to be in that situation where you didn't have a family or you didn't have a community. So this is huge, and kudos and thank you for that. So now you take your bow.
Look, if it's possible just to be able to help one more person feel more accepted, if it's possible to just be able to help one more person know that they have people that they can talk to, that they can relate to, that they can, a community that they can feel like they're a part of.
Right.
Well, then it's totally worth it for me.
Absolutely. 100%.
I always tell these kids that are coming out that say, you know, I can't tell my mom and my dad, or because they'll disown me and all that other stuff. Well, you know what? When they do disown you, we will open our arms to you because we're your family. Yeah. All of us that are even allies, we're your family.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be there for you because your parents are not smart enough to realize that they shouldn't be ignorant. They shouldn't be judging.
Yeah.
And you have to understand too, a lot of times if a kid believes that their parents aren't going to be accepting of them, well, maybe their parents need this day just as much as the kids do.
Yes, they do.
Maybe the parents need to have some sort of exposure to something like this so they understand that their kid isn't strange or different. Their kid is part of a much larger and varied community and should be accepted, should be welcomed, and should be loved.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
And maybe the parents need this just as much.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Even doing the shows that we do, I've changed a lot of people's minds on how they think about gay people or whatever throughout their lives. And you know somebody that I'm talking about that I'm very close to. Look, they were not gung-ho for gay guys, you know, and they're one of my best friends now.
And
you know?
I think it's about educating people. This is also a great opportunity to educate people and to let them see we're not really any different. We eat, we sleep, we dance, we cry, we laugh. We're not any different than anybody else.
We sleep? When?
Oh, I sleep all the time. My favorite hobby is taking a nap. If I could nap all day, I'd do it. But, but I think that's a beautiful thing because they can actually come firsthand. Of course they're going to come reserved because they don't understand. They're ignorant of what it's like to be, and not ignorant. I don't mean to be rude, but they're just ignorant. They're not educated enough to realize different.
Right. Ignorance is something that you can change.
Yeah.
People can't say anything bad about Scott saying, well, why are you doing this? Well, he's actually walked in our shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what we go through.
Right. And
it's actually literally walked in our shoes.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm giving you props
but
because a lot of people don't get that,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, Whitley, but even before even before we did the documentary, I've been within the artistic community my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Gay people and the LGBT community have been a part of my life, you know, since I was very young, and it was never something that I looked at as different or something that shouldn't be a part of everyone's world. You know, even though I don't necessarily fit, you know, under that umbrella, these people are my friends. These people are people that I love, that I care about, that I want to see more accepted, that I want them to feel welcome. I want them to be happy. And knowing the size and variety in my own city, again, it's something that should have been done a long time ago. Right.
You were one of the lucky ones, though, that were raised the correct way, because so many people are not raised the way we were raised.
Well, I mean,
it has a lot to do with the way you're raised.
Like I said before, ignorance is something you can fix.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Being ignorant to something doesn't mean that you're not accepting of something.
Right.
It's just that you don't know any better.
That's right.
And you didn't have the right people teaching you. You didn't have the right people exposing you to the real world.
That's like little kids don't know any better until they're growing up and somebody tells them, oh, well, so-and-so's not right.
Well, it can go either way. I mean, little kids don't start out racist or homophobic.
Nope.
Little kids are the most accepting, you know, animals on the planet.
Oh my God. So many prides having little kids run up to me just to give me a hug or give me $1. Oh my God. That is so amazing.
And it works the same way for grown-ups if you expose them to the community. This needed to happen.
Yep.
This needs to happen. This will make my community, this will make my city better.
Right.
To do this. And that's why I had to do it. That's why we have to do it.
That's right.
And it's not even about like changing everybody. You can't change everybody, but if you could change one.
I can damn well try.
Exactly, you know, and that's the whole point. I mean, it's just with every effort and, you know, with every show, it's a little more exposure. With every, you know, and then with every year, every Pride, it's going to be a little bit more. And you know what? People will come out the woodwork and they're going to be curious and they're going to want to know. And you know what? You'd be surprised. They're going to have a great time. They're not even going to know it, you know, until they get there. And then at first they'll probably be reserved and then be like, oh my God, this is great. This is because they're not, once again, not exposed. But once we
look, I said it before. I believe that our city is so far behind the times compared to the community itself, because the people in this city are the people in the city are good people. They're accepting people. They're happy and wonderful people. The crowd that shows up for every one of the drag shows shows me that. It shows me that the city was ready for this a long time ago. And all we're really doing is just trying to play catch up with all of the powers that be.
Right. Absolutely.
And when city government isn't serving you properly, you have to work around city government.
Absolutely.
I just love to watch people that are actually heterosexual whenever they come to a show. And then they talk to me after the show and they tell me that they'll be back.
Yeah.
Because I've opened some eyes, you know, it's not what they think. We're not going to run around in chaps. And, you know, it's that old cliche stuff, you know?
Yeah.
We're here to make you laugh and smile and have a good time. Forget those problems while you're here. Just have fun, you know?
Yep.
Just have fun.
That's it. And that's the most important thing. I think this is a good thing. I mean, I know this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Wait.
Yeah, exactly. I got to get on my costume. I got to get working. I got work to do.
and no matter what, the 26th is going to happen. And I will be performing, even though you guys know what's happening on the 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
And that,
So-
you know what, we'll just make sure.
I will perform. I don't give a rat's ass. I'm going to perform. If Scott has to hold me up and whatever, I will perform.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, there you go.
Won't be last. So this surgery is not going to keep me down. So.
Nope. It's too iconic right now. It's going to be too.
Yeah.
Yep.
The show will go on. There's no chance of it getting canceled.
Nope.
Absolutely. And now, the show itself is also, it'll be all ages, right?
Yeah.
It's
totally
BYOB.
friendly.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure because I know a lot of people are going to be hitting me up and asking, is it going to be family? Can we bring our kids? And I want to be able to.
It's not family oriented.
Right. It's family friendly.
You just have to remember there's people like me on the microphone that might say fuck.
Yeah.
That was two people that said it before me.
Yep.
I'm doing good.
You're doing amazing.
But still though, I mean, it's not like overly cursing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't candy coat it anymore because you know what? You're coming into our house to watch us.
Right.
So if you're going to bring your kids and you're afraid they're going to hear the F-bomb or.
That's where the disclaimer is. You'll be like, hey, this could possibly happen. Just putting it out there.
I mean, I could stub my toe and say some worse words,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, these days, kids are exposed to a universe of things that are supposed to be bad for them.
Right.
Very early on.
Yeah.
You can't keep the world from children anymore, but you can educate them better to let them know what's appropriate and what isn't.
Right.
You can educate them better to let them know what they should be accepting and what they should be more accepting of.
Right.
And the earlier that you do that, the earlier that you make things like this normal in a child's life, the more accepting they're going to be as grown-ups.
Yeah. And
the better that they'll do for everyone as grown-ups.
Right. Yeah. Right. I say it almost at every show. I said, it'll be great when there's no more coming out stories, when there's no need for these things. It'll be a great day, because I always tell my friends, I say, you don't ever hear straight people saying, hey, I got to talk to my parents. I got to let them know I'm straight. It never happens. I look forward to the day when it'll be just as equal, where it is what it is. It just is. And people are just living their lives and they're just, and I think that's the importance of Pride, is to start normalizing who we are and start explaining to the community we're not any different. We have families,
That's what people say to me all the time. Why is there even a gay pride? Well, we're still fighting for stuff. It's not over yet.
Right. The fight's not over.
It's not over. That's why we have gay pride.
Right. It'll be over when we don't have to explain it anymore. Right. When we don't have to explain anything anymore. So as long as there's breath and we have to keep explaining, we're going to keep having pride. It has to happen. We have to have these safe spaces for these kids, these young youth, even older people who haven't even come out. It doesn't matter. It's not just kids. There's a lot of people who are older who are scared to come out, because they feel that society is going to judge them. So it's for everybody.
Right.
In the end. So, but that's when we won't need pride, when we don't have to explain it anymore. At least in my opinion.
Yep.
Well,
I agree.
It's about time we do it here.
Yep. Absolutely. Which just means better late than never. It's finally happening, and Lebanon has something great to look forward to, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for Lebanon, and I'm excited to see where Lebanon goes. I'm so excited to see what comes out of this, because this is going to be great. So.
I'm excited too.
I will be thrilled when the day is over.
Yeah.
And we got through it, and because while I'm very excited for the day, I also know that there's so much that's going to go into it. There's so much work that we're going to be doing leading up to it, and the day itself, the day itself will be nerve-wracking, but it'll be a pleasure and it'll be a joy for me the entire time.
Right,
and I can't wait until the end of the day when I can sit back and smile and say, wait till you see what we do next year.
Right.
I can't wait to sit there with Scott at the end of the night and just say, all right, give me a hug because it's over.
We did it. Yeah. That's going to be the big thing.
That's the moment I'm looking forward to.
Right. Well, if there's anything I can do to help come in earlier, anything I can do, please
Thank you so
let
much
me know.
for doing this. I really appreciate this and helping us get the word out and to publicize, what we're doing. And the community that you're helping us bring is the community that we're trying to support.
Right. And there's the t-shirt. If anybody wants t-shirt, make sure you hit up Whitley.
For a price.
Yeah, for a price. These ain't cheap, okay? Pride ain't cheap.
Yeah, I'm not cheap.
Oh my goodness.
We crack on each other all the time, so it's good. We can do this.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Well, we have come to the end of our show. I just want to thank you so much, both of you, so much for creating this for Lebanon. And I can't wait for it. Can't wait to see what next year brings. The next year, the following. I might just stay doing drag just for that. I may retire everywhere else, but I may stick around just for that. All right. With that being said, it's the end of our show. So thank you so much. And I'm going to make sure that with this, this technically will be pre-recorded. So I should put that. It is pre-recorded. I should put that in the beginning. So if there are any comments or whatever, I will be addressing it on Thursday because this will be airing on June 10th. Yeah, on June 10th. But since it's my daughter's birthday, I can't actually do the show then. So I'll just be kind of sitting behind the scenes and let it roll. And just hopefully it'll get as much exposure. And if everybody could please like and share. That's the best thing you can do for Lebanon Pride right now is share. And tell your friends, come out of the woodwork, Come
out to the show. Please come out to the show.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I'll see you guys. Good night, and you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
WLFE-DB Digital Network are engaging in the safe space. What is safe space? A safe space is a supporting and affirming environment for individuals within the LGBTQ+ community. Each podcast displaying the Safe Space logo will have resources available on hand for those in need without judgment. Here at WLFE-DB Digital Network, we care. We listen, we support, we understand. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode on Through Kaleidoscope Eyes. I sure do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the show. See you next week.